Redgrave and Beresford, disappointed inevitably by their silver in the coxless pairs, now have a cox to steer them and exhort them, and they have to compete with Yugoslavia in lane 6, nearest to the camera. Plenty of support for them. Italy are in lane 5 in blue, Romania in lighter blue in 4, then Great Britain in the white boat shows up well, German Democratic Republic in 2, and Poland furthest from us in 1. Jancho was in the Yugoslav cox pair last year when they were eliminated in the semi-final of the Olympic Games. Now he has a new partner and a new cox.
And it was the Yugoslavians who won a very fine race in Lucerne, which is the guide really to this year's World Championships, when 5 crews in Lucerne were separated by half a second, all 5 here, plus the Romanians, who are much favoured in this event. But it's the Abbagnali brothers showing the early lead. The Abbagnalis, already 4 times world champion, twice Olympic champions, true masters in this event.
And certainly they've blighted the hopes of Stephen Redgrave on his past attempts to take the 2 gold medals in the pairs events.
And it's going to be a tremendous test of character for Redgrave and Beresford to get on terms in this race. They were disappointed by their own standards in the coxless pair. Their silver medal is not something they should be in any way ashamed of. But here they're going into this race having done twice as much racing as the rest of the field. The only other crew that's attempting the double is the Romanians, and they're thought to favour the cox pair, so they may have something in hand for this one. Yugoslavia well up at this stage, and beyond them the crew from the German Democratic Republic. 2 enormous men in the crew from GDR, 2 metres 4 and 2 metres 6, well over 6'6".
Halfway, Italy, the Abbagnali brothers with their cox, Franco di Capua, lead from Yugoslavia and the German Democratic Republic. A lot of hope, but also a lot of pressure on the Yugoslavs, with the home crowd solidly behind them.
And I think the Italians will be delighted with their early performance. Normally in these sort of World Championships, under this sort of pressure, they try and get the quickest, fastest start, get out in front to dominate the race. We're looking at the Yugoslavs nearest the camera. Beyond them in lane 4, the Romanians, and beyond them in 2, Kirchhoff and Streit from the German Democratic Republic. Out in front, where they like to be, the 2 Abbagnalis, Carmine and Giuseppe.
There is actually a third brother who also won a gold medal in the quadruple sculls at the Olympic Games, but he's not here this year.
Yes, he's had an injury, and hopefully he's going to be back for next year. They're a remarkable rowing family.
With their training on the Bay of Naples, which must make this a very attractive stretch of water indeed. 500 metres to go. Abbagnali's lead for Italy. Romania in second. Yugoslavia now in the bronze medal position. And it does look as though Redgrave and Beresford are out of it.
Yes, I don't think they've really managed to get on terms at all. It's desperately difficult when you come into a race with athletes of this standard to have had so many previous races. You know, to drop half a second or a second can make a critical difference. But it's the Abbagnali who are making all the running, and it's a question of who can get in there behind them for the silver and bronze positions.
And while we wonder about Redgrave and Beresford, it's also worth recalling that Kirchhoff and Streit were silver medalists in Seoul, and they're out of the running too.
Yes, it's always looked as if this was going to be very open. In Lucerne, the results were far from clear, but it's the distance between the crews that's changed so dramatically, and the Abbagnali have just taken this race apart. It's very much their event, and they've crowned it this time.
Here they come for their 7th world or Olympic title since 1981. Silver for Romania and bronze for Yugoslavia. Redgrave and Beresford over the line, but never really in the hunt. And they can't wait to get ashore to start the celebrations. Yugoslavs pleased to see their pair come home with bronze medals. Romania split them to take the silver.